Hello everybody, welcome once again to our series, Access to the Money Box. And in the series over the last 3 sessions we've been talking about the different keys that God has made available to us to unlock the unlimited resources He has made available to us to help us to do His work throughout the earth. We've covered over the last couple of sessions the key of faith, the key of finances, and in this session we're going to cover the controversial topic of forgiveness. Yes, that's right. Forgiveness can be a key to unlocking unlimited resources in God. Forgiveness. Now, it's interesting because forgiveness won't unlock monetary resources to us, but it does unlock different kinds of resources, such as a potential partnership, a friendship that you didn't see coming, or even just an association with somebody that you've forgiven, and that association takes you to places you didn't think was possible before. Now, there's a verse in a couple of verses. Jesus talks in Luke chapter 6, verse 37, and I want to just read this verse out to you. And it says, Luke chapter 6, verse 37 says, Jesus said, "Don't judge others and God won't judge you. Don't be hard on others and God won't be hard on you. Forgive others and God will forgive you." And it says in verse 38, "If you give to others, you will be given a full amount in return. It will be packed down, shaken together, and spilling over into your lap. The way you treat others is the way you will be treated." That's from the Contemporary English Version. Now, what I want to say is this, that a lot of times this verse, especially verse 38, is shared in the context of giving. If you give, then God will give back to you in a greater measure. But if you look at the context of these two verses, it's not actually talking about money, but it's talking about forgiving. It's not talking about giving, but it's talking about forgiving. And Jesus is basically saying, if you choose to forgive, and if you choose not to judge, then with the same measure you treat other people, you'll be treated in the same way, but even in a greater way. And so that I really believe that talks a lot about forgiveness. And if we choose to forgive, then doors are opened up to us, unlimited resources. Now, there's an example about this in the Bible. There's 2 disciples who were in Jesus' inner circle called Peter and John. Now, as you know, when it came to the crunch, Peter denied Jesus when he was put under pressure. But John, on the other hand, who was the youngest of the 12 disciples, he went with Jesus all the way to the cross. And he went so far as to promise Jesus, when Jesus was up there dying on the cross, that he would take care of Mary, Jesus' mother. So 2 different people, both on the same level in terms of intimacy with Jesus. One did the wrong thing, one did the right thing. But 3 days later, you see Peter and John running together to an empty tomb, Jesus' empty tomb. And as I thought about that fact, these 2 disciples running together, John at some point in time must have forgiven Peter for the wrong that he did. And that's obviously seen by later on. And if you look in the book of Acts, we see how John actually became Peter's associate, for want of a better word. And I really believe it was always God's intention for Peter to lead the early church, the church in Jerusalem. It wasn't John's mandate; it was Peter's. But because John chose to forgive Peter, then John got the opportunity to associate himself with Peter. And when Peter laid hands on the crippled man and he stood up again, John was there to see that. You know, when the shadow of Peter fell on people who were sick and they got healed, John was there to be a part of that. And even when Peter was sent to Samaria, and he through his ministry, Samaritans were filled with the Holy Spirit, John went there as well, and he was a part of that experience as well. And I often think that, because John chose to forgive Peter initially after Peter done the wrong thing when he denied Jesus 3 times, I really believe that, John was able to have a part in Peter's ministry, and there was an association there that really wouldn't have taken place had John not chosen to forgive. So really, forgiveness is a very, very important thing to consider, because with forgiveness comes release. With forgiveness is a key to unlock unlimited resources, to unlock the treasure box. and to gain resources that otherwise we wouldn't have access to. We really hope you've enjoyed the series, Access to the Money Box, and we just hope and pray that as you ponder over the things that we've tried to share with you over the last couple of sessions, that you'll use your faith, you'll use your finances, and you'll use even your decision to forgive people, and these three things will open up doors for you that wouldn't have been possible before, and you will have access to the unspeakable, unlimited resources that are found in Jesus Christ. So God bless you, and we'll see you next time. God bless you. Bye.